Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 3 of the Gold Around the World series. My name is Scotia, and you're about to see my second best New Zealand game. So, as you can see here, my best score is 24,000. I'm recording this after I did the gameplay. However, this was one of my first attempts when I was playing this, and I actually wasn't recording. So, I played for another hour or two and managed to get another gold medal game. Not quite as high as the score, obviously, but that's a game you'll see, and I'm going to commentate voice over that as well. So without any further ado, let's just get into that game. Course, same settings. We're going to do moving. 3 minutes. I think we're going to stick with 3 minutes for now. And then whenever we come back for the 25Ks, we'll do an unlimited time limit. So I can actually get those 25Ks in countries like USA and New Zealand. So hope you enjoy this game. So here we are in round 1 in New Zealand. And yeah, a lot of the rounds start like this. We're in a subdivision. Similar to the US, however, these subdivisions are a lot smaller and a lot more easy to escape from, I guess, to find the real information. So, see around a road called Hamilton Street. Always look at the trash cans there. That one looks like it says Auckland, which does make sense for this kind of area. Um, I found myself in a lot of rounds looking at the trash bins. Often in Christchurch, they have ones labeled Christchurch. I mean, all the major cities really have them labeled, which is super helpful. Um, and they're usually always out. So get to this road now. What does that say? Mani Road, and it looks like we're getting to a main drag here on Larnock Road or Larnoch, and it looks like it's a little bit built up over here. So decided to head over here towards the shops, towards the bigger roads. We have some Westlicker, we have a gas station, and we have a laundromat, but nothing's really saying where we're at just yet. I'm hoping, so here we go. We have Henderson right there in Auckland. I've seen it a few times now during the series. And this sign says Swanson Road. So that's what I'm scanning for now. I can't, it's hard to say what size this street would be on the map. I feel like we've already been off of like 3 main streets to get where we are now. So I'm just kind of looking all over for Swanson Road. And Henderson's kind of a big place, like it's the biggest name there. So as you zoom in, you get these kind of smaller subdivisions within Henderson. So I'm really kind of just thinking it could be anywhere in this Henderson region. So I basically just keep scanning. I am pretty hopeful I'll find it. Um, but I don't think I actually ever end up finding it. Check the bus stop. It just says Swanson Road as well. So I just decided to line up this road a little bit to narrow down my search and keep looking for Swanson. So we're heading a little bit northwest, and there's not too many streets that really head northwest here. So I just check all the ones that look northwest. Only 16 seconds left now. Kind of just accepting defeat. Even if I find Swanson, I won't be able to locate where we started from. So I just slam it down somewhere in Henderson and go for the guess. And we're just over the road, so we lose 100 points there, but not a bad way to start. I always like to start with 5Ks, but I decided that was a good enough score, so I just kept going. And this time we're at least spawned on a main street, which saves us, that can save us over a minute of time trying to get to a main street. So I always love rounds like this. Lots of information right away. It says Wood End, and this is Chinnery's Road. But yeah, I really zone in on these Wood End signs, Wood End Landscape, and Wood End Nurseries. So I assume, and actually, yeah, there it says Chinneys Road, comma, Wood End. So I assume Wood End is the town or the city or whatever size place this may be. And I just start scanning the North Island, as it definitely does give me North Island vibes, but no luck so far. I figured I can go for a little bit more information here because Wood End could be a really small place, and I actually just decided to check in Christchurch. You know, I was checking North Island because I had North Island vibes, but that doesn't mean it's in the North Island guaranteed. So just figured I'd check there. I think I might have maybe thought Wood End was a little subdivision in Christchurch, but it wasn't. And I'm kind of just wasting a lot of time here trying to, make up my mind with what exactly I want to do. I'm not a pro moving player like Blinky. Um, so moving around, still trying to figure out what to do here. More Wood End signs, more little businesses, companies in Wood End, but no bigger city or town name. So there's this church right here, a couple more signs, which I keep heading towards, with no more information on them. That's just Wood End again. So at this point, pretty confident we are in Wood End. And these signs disappear on me as we switch sides of the road and switch coverage, which was annoying. But I actually found a sign here that is useful. So we have Amberley, we have Waipara, we have Picton, and we have the 1 and the 7. So I know the 1 kind of runs the length of the North or South Island, and we find Waipara and we find the 1. So we're 30 kilometers from Waipara and we're 20 kilometers from Amberley. So I'm just trying to work out where roughly that would put us, and then we actually find Wood End right there. So pretty confident in this one now. 20 seconds left isn't a lot of time, but like I said, we spawned on the main road, which is just a massive time save. Even if we would have spawned down that road, would have been a time save or a time loss. So I find what road we're at the junction of, and we get to 5K. This one's an interesting one here. Super beautiful location here. A lot of the houses super nice. Um, I definitely live here. I don't know about you guys, but start looking for little place names, little boat, little holiday home kind of business or Airbnb type of thing. And there's really not much going on here, so I just head down the road, looking around, and there's water to our east. And I instantly recognize this as a place down here, which I was looking in previous rounds. But I decided it's kind of a long shot, and there's nothing really to go off of here, so find a main street name there. And I just go back to the start because it's not going anywhere. So I figured this is kind of just like a loop. And there was some more information on this side. We get an '09 phone code, which I believe was just in the northwestern part of the country. I was trying to learn phone codes before and during this run, so I knew that '09 was in the top, which makes sense. This is very kind of hilly, very beachy, very tropical, so it doesn't surprise me it was up here at all. So I just have a quick scan for any places that kind of had little neighborhoods right by the beach, uh, with water to the east. And there's a lot of small places up here, but no luck so far. I think it'd be quite noticeable because we were really close to the water and just this little subdivision. So I just keep going with no luck. We have still a minute left, so at this point, a little bit worried because this is a really small place. Another just real estate listing with nothing on it. And yeah, this is a really small place, and these are pretty typically hard to find. You really need to get lucky or have a really nice place name. So we know we're on Mako Street if we end up finding which town we're in. So I don't know if it's like Mako Bay or if there's a Mako place. So I just have a quick look, and that place looks kind of nice. There's a lot of town right in the water there. But once again, just decide to, you know, check all the bases because you really never know, and the water can often be deceiving. I'm not really sure why I'm looking on the west coast there. Probably just, some panic searching. And then there's only 20 seconds left, and then we actually stumble upon this sign, Topo Bay, Jesus. And I happen to find it right away. And yeah, there's Mako Drive right there. So this is a super clutch one. Probably could have done this one a lot faster if I just headed out to the main street, and we just get the junction and we're right. So two 5Ks in a row, they're super nice one there. Round 4 on a pretty good score still. We had that first Auckland. It wasn't a blunder, but it wasn't a 5K. And this one, as I mentioned earlier, the Dins, and this one says Dunedin. How do you say? I'm not sure how you say that. Dunedin City, I think it says. So I just go to the next one where I can actually read it, and yeah, this is Dunedin City, which is down here on the southern island. Um, One of the bigger cities on the southern island, so I did recognize that name, especially after playing this one for a while. I think New Zealand's one where if you really just play it for a couple hours, you can really pick up on a lot of place name information, a lot of landscape information, and that's the part of this series I really love is just seeing the country being fully immersed in one place and learning the place names, learning the landscape, learning the metas. So I honestly find kind of a main drag here. Try to line up the road. Not too many roads really going at this angle, so I kind of end up over here, which I wasn't really fond of. And this road is kind of straight, but it's kind of hard to say. So I kind of go back into the city where I feel like this more likely is to be. And I think it's just a matter of time before I end up finding it. So there we go. We got, I think it's called Tai Hay Road. Sorry, my editing software is a little bit blurry, so it's kind of hard to see the video and read it. So I found the road here, and I know we're heading north onto this road. So we're looking for a road south of Tai there. I put my marker down there as I think this might be a decent shout. And I just go back to find out what we were originally this intersection we were originally at was called. Go down to this more main road, and we find we are on I think this is Lynchon or Lynn something Street, Lincoln Street. There we go. And it must be at that intersection. Just go back to confirm, and it looks about right. And we get another 5K. So that's three 5Ks in a row, other than the first round blunder. And if I get another 5K here, I'm up for a 24-8, which is a pretty stonking score. But this one, immediately Southern Islands. This is a pretty recognizable landscape. Uh, I think the O2 phone code also aligns. But yeah, this is just, the trees, the less tropical climate, the mountains, the dryness. It's pretty obviously on the west side of the southern island, which is great. Um, Most times when you're in a city, you can't really tell exactly which city you're in. Sometimes they're recognizable, sometimes it's a bit tricky. And this is nice so I know where to start scanning once I find something. But um, it's a lot more work to scan all these small towns than just say in one big city where you have a main road or main kind of gathering public areas. So find some street names. I just keep heading down the road. All I can really do is just hope to find a town name somewhere. But it's just a lot of residential areas, no businesses, no big billboard signs. I find one sign here, which is a political sign, but it doesn't actually say where it is, which, usually they do, which is usually super helpful. Another little kind of breakfast or little inn cafe sign there, but I can't quite make it out. I was gonna go check that bus, but the coverage disappeared again. So, lots of potential here for good information, just couldn't quite, have the luck to get any. And I think this is South Beach, and then we have some libraries, city centers. So I think we're going down there towards there, but I decided not to. There's a minute left, and so I just decided to start scanning um, for some mountains, for some angles that might line up, for some water. But as you can see, there is a shit ton of little towns around here. So I actually don't exactly even know what town we're in yet. Obviously, the sign might give me a hint, or might give me a name that I think might be a town, but that doesn't mean it is. So yeah, we have this little park here. I figured this would be kind of recognizable on the map, but again, it's quite small. We have water to the north with big mountains kind of all around, or not big mountains, but sizable mountains. There are larger mountains in New Zealand. So I decided to look for a little place where you might have some water north. So this one looks kind of decent. We have a little town to the south of this little body of water with mountainous terrain on each side. So that's kind of the idea we're looking for here. Although we won't really know we're in the right town until we really know. Like we have to basically find the street name and hope we find it on the map. But 10 seconds here, we kind of ran out of time. So I just go have one quick last scan, just click somewhere near the water, and I accidentally clicked right through it, but we got 23.6, and it was just a little bit farther north. So we had the right idea. It was just Lake Hawaii there. So definitely a gettable one. It kind of had the same vibe. I kind of clicked on a body of water that was too small. But I mean, yeah, first round, like I said, it was in Henderson. Lost a few points there. Next through, we got the 5K in Wood End, just outside of Christchurch. We had the third round up in Tobo Bay. Super nice 5K there. That was a really nice location to get. And round four, another 5K in Dunedin. I think that's how you say it. Let me know if I'm not saying that correctly. And then, yeah, the fifth round, unfortunately, we just couldn't secure it. But overall, it was a pretty nice game. I had one of the higher score game than this, but I enjoyed filming this one as well. So heading back to the home screen here on New Zealand, I just want to have a quick look at the 24 round or the 24K round that I did have, which, as I mentioned, I unfortunately don't have the recording of this game. So yeah, 24K in 10 minutes, pretty nice there. So let's just have a quick overview of this game. So as you can see, we only had one 5K, and the rest were not. So the first 5K was just in Wellington here, at the Bowen Hospital, and this was a pretty easy one. I'll just have a quick look at the location here. We were lucky enough to spawn in the Bowen Center parking lot. Um, it says Bowen right there, and I probably just found a Wellington sign around here, or maybe recognize the city as Wellington. It's a pretty distinguishable city, definitely. So that one only took us, I think it was like a minute and a half. Oh, that's the wrong screen. Yeah, it only took us a minute and a half to get that one. So that was a nice start to the seed, and then obviously we had a nice score here, but no more 25K or no more 5Ks. So I'll let you guys decide which game was actually better. Next one was in Rotorua here on the North Island, Red City once again. No 5K. This one, another Southern Island blunder. Couldn't quite pinpoint this one. Not much out here, so there's just a lot of going down the road to find nothing. So we did have a nice guess there, but for this series, not up to par with what we want. Round four in Christchurch. This is, you know, took 2.5 minutes. We got pretty close. Just couldn't quite get the exact road. I also probably could have looked for another 30 seconds if I wanted to, but I decided not to. And I keep clicking on this snack. I guess we can just look at the location where we spawned in. Oh, this is the Wellington one again. So round five was in Auckland. There's Henderson where we were just looking at in this other game. And yeah, just over the road there. Lost a few points there too. So this was a game that I unfortunately didn't record. I think it was about 400 points higher than our other score. So you can decide which game was better. Let me know in the comments what you think is a better game. 3 5Ks and this 400 point lower score. Or this one here with getting the city each time. So yeah, that's the game we unfortunately didn't have recording of. And we'll just have a quick look at our Explorer map to wrap up this video. So as you can see, we have Canada, the US, and now New Zealand done. Um, it started looking better. These two look really nice. Some pretty big countries. I think Russia will look super nice once we have that done. Which probably won't be for a while, if I'm being honest. This is probably one I'm going to hold out on. Same with like Thailand. There's some ones that I'm not too excited about. So, but the next episode, I was thinking of maybe tackling one of the Nordic countries, Norway, Sweden, or Finland. So I'm thinking about doing that. I practiced Norway before. I was playing some Sweden, but I haven't really fully grinded the next episode yet. So only time will tell. I think we got some North America done. We got some Oceania done. I think we'll hit Europe, and I might try to tackle one in South America, maybe in episode 4. So or episode 5, sorry. So that's where we are right now. We have 3 golds, and then I mean this is just from my previous practice in my spare time, but that's Explorer mode map after episode 3. Thank you all for watching so much. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a great day. And I hope you can comment and give me some feedback in the comment section. I always love to hear your thoughts and opinions on these videos and on what I'm doing. So have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one.